Unscripted. Today we're going to be doing the keep or sell list for next season in the Barclays Premier League for Manchester United. I'm going to kick things off with someone who had a turbulent season, but I think's got the talent, Marcus Rashford. I'm going to be keeping Rashford. This is the season. This is the season for Rashford, and he's got to perform. So I'd be keeping him, and hopefully he can find that form that we seen not too long ago. Next player on the list would be Paul Pogba, who has officially left Manchester United, so nothing much more to say there. Garnacho. Now, I've seen a lot of this boy, and I'm really excited for him. Obviously, his idol is Ronaldo, but forget his idol. Watch this kid. I'm telling you, this kid is going to be world class in the future, and I think we should give him a loan for now, a loan year, and hopefully to a high Championship or low level Premier League club. And I think he'll come back and absolutely tear up the league. But the world's in his hands with Garnacho. The next player is Jadon Sancho. I'm going to be keeping Sancho. Now, he got quite a bit of stick for it, for his season last season, but I like Sancho, and I think he's one of those players that keeps hold of the ball, keeps it ticking. He's not like a Rashford where he gets his head down and wants to run past everyone. Sancho gets the ball, he keeps it simple, and he's got that bit of quality when you need it. So I'd easily be keeping Jadon Sancho for next season. Harry Maguire. I would sell Harry Maguire, and I know we would not get £80 million back. I'd take 30 in a heartbeat for Harry Maguire. He's not good enough, and he never ever will be good enough. He's not quick enough. He can't turn quick enough. He doesn't smell danger. I'm sorry, but Harry Maguire I'd be getting rid of. I'd be selling. Next on the list is Anthony Elanga. A lot of people I think he's burst through and he's going to be playing regular for Man United. I disagree. I think it's best for Elanga to go on a loan. He still seems very raw. A bit like Rashford when he first came through. He just gets the ball and runs at people and doesn't. But he works hard, and I do like Elanga, so I'd be keeping him at the club but loaning him out to a high level Championship club, I believe. But yeah, moving on to Bruno Fernandes. Now this one, I would definitely be keeping Bruno Fernandes. I know he's had a lot of slander this season, but for me, that season that Bruno had broke Lampard's records. He's clearly got the quality. I think this season it just went wrong, to be honest, as a team. Like, the whole team just fell apart, but I like Bruno, and I think Ten Hag's going to love Bruno too, so I'll be keeping Bruno. Next up is Cavani, who also has officially left the club. I will just have a quick say on Cavani. I think this season he gave us absolutely nothing. He seemed to always be fit for Uruguay, never fit for Manchester United, so glad to see the back of Cavani, to be honest. Next player is Amad Diallo. Loaned out to Rangers. Did it really go well? He scored a couple of goals here and there. He didn't play enough for me, and I didn't really get to see too much of him, so I would be sending Amad back out on loan also, and I think he needs to go to a mid-table Bundesliga team or something, really get to grips with the toughness of being a footballer, I think. But yeah, Amad, special talent. Will he ever do it? I guess we'll find out, but I'd loan him out. David De Gea, easy keep, don't need to say anymore. Best goalkeeper in the league last season, without a doubt. Juan Mata officially left the club. Good servant to the club. I love the guy, but we should have moved on from Mata 4 to 5 years ago, I think. We never gave him a chance in the middle. We always played him on the wing, but it just didn't go well for Mata, did it? Love the guy, but I wish him all the best, and he's left the club. James Garner. I'm from Nottingham, and I've followed him at Forest for the whole season. I think he's absolutely quality. I think he deserves that loan back to Forest to play in the Premier League after what he's done with them week in, week out. And I think he's that good that he'll show why he should stay the season after. Yeah, big prospect going on. I do like him. Hannibal Mejbra. Now, I am excited about Garnacho, but I'm also excited about Hannibal. I've seen a lot of him. I like him. He played well in for his country. He's a good player. Will he get loads of time next season? Probably not. But I hope to see him feature a little bit in the Europa League and the Cups. I'd be keeping him. I don't want to see him on loan. I do want to see him in a Manchester United shirt here and there. Moving on to Jesse Lingard, also left the club. Big wages gone, thank God. One thing I will say on Lingard is the social media stuff. He seems to love it, doesn't he? Like posting all sorts about West Ham, all sorts about Man United, but we should have got 25 million for him last summer. We said no, and now look what's happened. He's left on a free after we didn't even play him all season. But yeah, Lingard, he's left the club. Don't need to say much more. Good luck to him at probably Newcastle or West Ham. Tahith Chong, I would put him back out on loan. However, if he doesn't really impress on this next loan, I would sell Tahith Chong. I don't think he's ever going to be good enough for Man United. Didn't set a world of light at Birmingham. I'd loan him back out to roughly the same sort of club. And if you don't set it on fire, I'd be selling. Raphael Varane. Now, when this guy signed, I thought we ain't gonna concede it. We ain't gonna concede much goals this season. But my God, he's had a injury-prone, average at best season. I thought the first couple of times we've seen his quality, but as the season went on, just got more average and more average. A few mistakes here and there, which I guess the injuries didn't help. But I'd be giving Varane one more year. If we see the same sort of injuries, I would be getting rid. Alex Telles. It's a hard one with Alex Telles because he divides opinion. Like some people like him going forward. Not good enough for me. He's on my sell list, Alex Telles. I don't think he's a good defender. I think he was really overrated coming to Manchester United, and I'd be selling immediately. I really don't like Alex Telles. Can't defend. Get rid. In the bin. Luke Shaw. Now, Luke Shaw I would keep, but I think as a year or two goes on, I think it's time to move on. I'd keep him for this season because I can't see us signing anyone better. Another injury-prone and underperforming player, really. He had a good season when the Euros was on, but he's not good enough to play week in, week out for Manchester United, I'm afraid. I'd keep him, but only for a year or two, I think, and then we need to get a top left back. Scott McTominay. Now, this player for me he sums up why Manchester United are where they are. He's from the academy. He passes sideways, passes backwards. He's too scared to get on the ball. He gets embarrassed by a 34-year-old when he comes on. Why is he playing for Manchester United? I actually don't know. And for me, I would sell him as soon as we could. And when you get him linked to players like De Jong, like that's who should be in the middle of the park. Players like that, not Scott McTominay. I'd sell him. Fred, his counterpart, I would keep, but only as a squad player. He's got tenacity, runs around the pitch, wins the ball back a lot. Can't pass a ball, but he's a good squad player. I'd keep Fred, but for the bench. Phil Jones, oh my God, everyone loves Phil Jones at Man United. Obviously, I'd be selling him. It's time for Phil Jones to move on now into, what's it been, 12 years? Maybe even 13 years that he's been at the club. Absolute disaster. Injury prone. Nightmare mistakes. Funny faces. Get him out of the club ASAP. One that divides opinion, Anthony Martial. Some people call him lazy, some people say he's overrated, but for me, I think he's quality. I think he's got the talent. Yes, he could work harder, I guess, sometimes, but I think he works smart on the pitch. He runs when he needs to, he don't run when he don't need to. He keeps the ball well, he does the simple things, and he can put the ball in the back of net. We've seen he got 23 goals in one season. I think if Ten Hag can get hold of him and really motivate Martial, I think we could get 20 goals out of him. So I'd be keeping Martial, but only if he wants to stay at the club. Moving on to Diego Dalot, I'd be selling him. Not good enough. I've seen enough of Dalot. A lot of fans do like Dalot, but for me, whenever I see him, he looks bang average going back, bang average going forward. Don't do enough, get rid. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, even worse. I'd be selling him tomorrow if I could. He can't play football. He can't pass a football. The only thing he can do is slide tackle. He's never ever been good enough for Manchester United, and I don't see how we've paid 50 million for a player like that, which I guess sums up Manchester United's board and transfer activity, really, doesn't it? But yeah, I'd be selling Wan-Bissaka. Dean Henderson looks like he's going to be going on loan to Nottingham Forest, per sources today. I would loan him. Yeah, I would loan him. I don't think he's good enough to take De Gea's position, and I think he really wants to be a number one, so I think a loan for Hendo is probably the best thing. So yeah, loan to Forest for Hendo. Victor Lindelof. I think it's time to sell Victor Lindelof. He's weak. He's spineless. Yes, he can pass a ball very well, but we've seen him for years now, and we're not going anywhere with Lindelof. We need someone like Timber, who we're linked with, faster, stronger, got more drive, younger. I think Lindelof's just going with the flow now, and I would sell Victor Lindelof. Donny van de Beek. What a disaster this player has been. Jesus Christ, Ollie did not like Donny van de Beek, did he? But for me, I'd be keeping him. Ten Hag, he's worked with him before. He knows his talents. He knows what he's good at, what he's bad at. And he did actually quote when he was still at Ajax that it's criminal that Van de Beek is not in the team. So it'll be interesting to see with Donny next season. He's got a lot to prove, and he's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to make the World Cup. So I'd be keeping Donny van de Beek. Eric Bayer. Now, I do like Eric Bayer. He's fast and he loves the club, but injuries. His injuries are ridiculous. He plays 2 games and then he's out with this, that, the other. I would sell Eric Bayer. I think it's time to move on. And I think we've got a real deadwood squad at the minute. I feel like I've said sell to most of these players, which maybe I probably should be doing after the season that we've just had. But Eric Bayer, too many injuries. Get out. Andreas Pereira, not going to say anything. Get out the club, you're rubbish. Brandon Williams, loan. Norwich, did it go well? Well, they got relegated and he sometimes got benched. So I'd be selling Brandon Williams as well, trying to get as much as we can for him. I think a top level championship club would pay decent fee for him, so I'd be selling Brandon Williams as well. Lastly, the man, Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, I'd be keeping him. 18 goals at 37. Unbelievable player. For me, the greatest player of all time. Yes, I would only keep him for 1 more year because of his age. But hopefully we can get top 4 with Ronaldo and leave on a high note, because that's the least he deserves. But yeah, based on all that information, I think if we did, over the next 3 years, if we did what I said on that page, I think the only way is up, really, because the performances tell you everything you need to know about the players that I've put on my sell list. I think it's time for most of them to go, and I guess we'll see. But that was my keep, sell and loan list for the 2022-2023 Premier League season. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And we will be bringing you more content soon. Thank you and peace.